what it do. So come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state where we're catching this information from. I am verifying that my other system is set up here and that it is live as well, because I had a lot going on and I wanted to make sure that I saved each and every moment of today for posterity. Guys, I am so excited about the information that I am getting ready to be sharing with you on today. You guys just don't know. I am so prepared for today. It is like beyond unnerving. So come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, post your city and state. So should you choose to do so, where you are catching this information from, definitely repost all that good stuff, tap it up and all that good stuff. I want to open today. Let me make sure I'm on screen. There we go. Y'all, hey, North Carolina in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being coachable, teachable, trainable, and posting your city, your state. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So I want to ask a qualifying question to get into this that you should actually ask yourself before you begin to invest your time in this stream on today. And that is, what if I told you that in order for you to scale a business, that you have to grow it first? You have to build it before that, right? That would just make sense, right? It would absolutely just make sense for you guys. And if it makes sense to you, then definitely take the opportunity to share this out to others that you feel it would make sense to for them as well, right? Yes, it would make sense. So let me ask this next question. Why is it that so many of us skip the growth stage? I'll tell you why I did, okay? I just didn't think about it. Let me put it that way. I just didn't think about it. I didn't think it through, right? And in today's stream, I want you guys to take the opportunity to just set a spell and realize today I'm going to help you think through the situation so that you can actually avoid a $10,000 mistake that I made, right? So again, hey y'all, hey, my name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton. I am your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do that, not everybody chooses to do that, but so should you choose to do that, then I suggest that you get started with that. I'm also part 1 of 2 of a duo for the Life Be Life and podcast that is releasing in 2026. Again, so should you choose to follow your favorite podcast, I suggest that this be one of them, right? So that you can understand why it is that we exist. So I do want to take the opportunity to pull up a little snippet of that information because some of you may not understand why we're releasing this podcast, giving you guys an opportunity to share this out and do what it is that you do. I need for you guys to understand that this podcast is literally dedicated to where relationships, spirits, and success will align. Okay. My co-host and I are really excited about sharing with you some of the transformational things that we have endured over the course of a decade, myself 2 decades in this industry. And we want to make sure that all of you get some of that dust, right? Get some of that drip, get some of that information, and that you guys are able to take it and put it into your own businesses, okay? So before I jump too far over into that, we will be sharing with you practical wisdom for relationship harmony, spiritual alignment, and business success. Who needs that? Welcome, Billy. Come on into the room. Who needs that? We all need to know what were some of the failures, hiccups, bumps, bruises, and all of that that other people went through so that we can try to avoid some of that. Who else would want to avoid a $10,000 mistake that I made in my business? Would you like to avoid that in your business? Of course you would. So again, I need for you guys to take the opportunity to pay attention to this information that I'm sharing with you on today, because I have 3 things that I'm going to cover today. We're going to talk about this upcoming Watch Me Work Wednesday. We're also going to talk about 2 key people in my arsenal of good, right? And we're also going to talk about the things that are coming in 2026. I have been waiting since this week's Watch Me Work Wednesday to get this information to you guys on today. Come on into the room, prosperous me. And guys, forgive me, I can barely talk tonight. I am really excited, okay? Come on into the room. Say where you're chiming in from. Legends, welcome to the room. Chime in, set a spell, grab your favorite pen and pad, and get ready for this information. So let me get through my little intro. Hey, y'all. Hey, my name is Brandmaster Martina Britt-Yoverton. And on today's Setup Sunday, I'm going to discuss with you guys how to get your assets in order as a Gen X or a boomer in the speaker or the entrepreneurial industry, right? And how my 3 platforms, 4 if you count, 2 of them being on Zoom and StreamYard, right? GHL, CANVA, and how all of this fits into why you must leverage AI and automation. Hey, Lucy, why you should leverage AI and automation so that you can get to your time freedom, right? So again, if you are a Gen X, if you are a boomer, hey, Savetti, if you are a Gen X, if you are a boomer, if you are transitioning from the 1099, right, into the 1099 from the W-2, then again, grab your favorite pen and your favorite pad and get ready to take some of these notes, right? Hey, simply, Shako, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Come on into the room, set a spell, and get this information. Hey, Black One, it looks like we are being pushed out greatly to the FYP. That is so good to see. Hey, Ice Money. Hey there, Black One. So good to see Simply. So good to see all of you. Oh, thank you all for coming on into the room and not peeking out from the hallway. Step on into the room, right? Become a part of the information that's going to be shared in today. And like I said at the very, very, very beginning, take the opportunity to ask yourself the qualifying question before you set and you get this information on today. Take the opportunity to ask yourself this question, because I don't want you wasting any time. The question was, why? Why? All right. So what if I told you that in order for you to scale a business, you must do what? You must build it first. In order for you to scale it, in order for you to grow it, you must build it first. Before you even begin to build it, hey there, Carolyn, before you even begin to build it, you have to think through some things. And I'm going to help you think through some things to help you avoid a $10,000 mistake that I actually made so that you guys can do what it is that you need to do. And let's get your time freedom back. So if everybody's ready, we get started, okay? So again, one of the things I did for today was I have sitting in front of me, hey, Travel Bay, I have sitting in front of me several things that I want to make sure I get through on the day to help you guys, okay? What that is understanding AI and automation, not fearing it, being able to utilize it has allowed me to plan 2026, all 52 weeks. Who else wants to plan 52 weeks of content? I don't know, in a spell, in a sitting, in one evening. This is Setup Sunday. And I'm helping you guys. He said, me. I'm helping you guys think through the process to help you all avoid a $10,000 mistake that I made. And the number one thing is so many of us don't think through the process. Okay. So if you begin anything, as you should begin with the end in mind. Because in beginning with the end in mind, it's going to dictate how you actually move along the journey. It's going to let you know whether or not you should or should not do certain things along the journey. Does that not make sense? Right? It makes sense. Hey, Bugman, it makes sense to understand how to move along a journey when you've already got 52 weeks worth of content already planned out. I kid you not. 52 weeks of content already planned out. Hey, Amanda Digital. So the reason I'm able to do that is because we use our handy dandy Manny's and Susan's, whatever your specific AI is, to actually allow it to think based on what the internet, what these TT, YT, FB, LI, IG streets are asking for. Hey there, Escobar, what these different internet availability streets are asking for so that you can align yourself. You guys remember the A from getting your assets in order so that you align yourself with what the people need. Who is sitting here watching today? Raise your hand high inside of the chat. Leave your comment if you'd like to go ahead and have your entire 2026 planned out. Know what you're going to turn on the camera for each and every week for the entire year. Hello, me, right? And one of the ways that I was able to do that was by simply leveraging AI. If I already have thought through the process of what it is that I need, when I plug that information into AI, I'm not just plugging it into AI and saying, hey, AI, can you please give me content for the entire 52 weeks of 2026? No, that's where we're going wrong. But before we jump into that, let me see if I can quickly take attendance here. Welcome, Lemonade Bar, to the room. So good to see and have you with 130 followers. Thank you so much for having a profile picture up and having a bio. So she says, or he says, that we specialize in handcrafted lemonades and organic frozen lemonades with love. I like that. That is a very unique way to say what it is that you do. Thank you for having a bio. Lots of people don't think that having a bio is important. So if you are in the room and you have not tapped somewhere on the screen, right, and you have not followed or liked or left a comment, I can't see you to read your bio and let others know why they should follow you, why it makes sense for them to invest their time in you. Shakita, so good to see you. I appreciate your follow. Greatly appreciate that. I probably will be able to see your bio now. Good, good, good. I can. Shakita currently has nearly 1,300 followers, right? And she says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Positive energy vibes. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the follow. I've definitely followed you back. I always want to follow positive energy. So that should let others of you who I am taking attendance for right now know that she is a quality individual that you will want to get positive vibes from, right? So we also have Dom Amari. It's my time. And it looks like they are from Michigan. That's interesting. That will make us question exactly what it is that you are here on TikTok to do. I would like to know more about that, what that bio says. You guys can tap on that bio and read it for yourself. But number one spot in the room with almost 3,000 followers is the one and only Coach Ty of the Life Be Lifing podcast, as well as Coach Ty of self-love. And she says that self-love is the best love, relationship, and family coach. And she has her Cash App available if you guys would like to invest in all of the good that I already know is available on her platform. So thank you guys for checking in and allowing me to take attendance, right? And let others know why they should follow you, what specific assets that you have, right? And why others should invest their time in you. So as I said, us moving along this journey and leveraging AI, one of the things that I'm discussing with you guys on today, because I know the Gen X and the Boomer, they have certain hiccups, challenges, right? Hey, Carol, certain things along this journey that allow them to kind of have apprehension to AI, right? Hey, Clinton, they don't know specifically how to leverage it. Guys who are out there in the lobby, come on into the room, right? Join us, set a spell. Actually look at who else is in attendance here and decide whether or not the information that they have in their bio is something that you want to invest your time in. The qualifying question that I asked on today was simply, what if I told you that in order to scale a business, you first have to grow it? And before you grow it, you have to build it. And before you build it, you have to think through the process of what it would be like to build it. And that thinking step is something that so many of us have skipped. And the question is why? Why have so many of us skipped the thinking journey? It's because truly we didn't understand why it was important. So my job on today, during this time that I have with you, is to help you to avoid a $10,000 mistake that I made by not putting certain assets in place. And I'm going to talk with you about all of that on today. What's going on, Vanessa? So good to see you. Good evening to you as well. Before I jump right into this, let me take attendance one more time for Vanessa. Hey, Shay, so good to see you. Vanessa is also nearly at 1,000 followers, and she and her crew help the 9 to 5 workers get a pay raise, boost their credit, and create multiple streams of income. If that is of interest to you, take the opportunity to follow Vanessa as well. And then we also have Shay Shay with nearly 1,300 followers here on TikTok. Okay, I'd love if you could, Shay Shay, for you to expand on what exactly it is you do here on TikTok and let people know why they should invest their time in following you so that we can get those followers even higher. Okay, so I started out on the AI rant and asked who would want to have their Manny, their Susan, whatever their specific named AI, to create for them 52 pieces of content so that they are already ready for the entire 2026 year. And the question is how? Well, a lot of these AI automation options that we have, they are going to take whatever it is you, the human individual, thinks through in your head, right? Whatever it is you walk through in your head, and you actually put into that AI and ask for a response. Again, do not just say, AI, whatever you name it, give me 52 topics. No, because if that is a smart AI, it's going to say topics about what? Topics for who? Topics for when, where it is you're trying to post this information. How is it that you want me to deliver this information to you, right? That specific AI should ask you multiple questions, should ask you multiple things. What's going on? So good to see you over on my other platform too as well, Vanessa. Thank you for that. Thank you for being a quality engager on multiple platforms. I really appreciate it. That AI is going to ask you who you're trying to speak to, if it's smart, where and when do you want to post the information, as well as how do you want it posted. It should be asking you the deeper questions that align with what the internet is actually looking for. Because if not, you're going to get very generic, very typical answers, and that is not what you want. Okay, so me being your brand master and your cash flow queen, I am able to say I am interested in aligning my brand with an industry leader because I have a collaborative relationship with an industry leader. And I want to ensure that the information that I put out aligns with all of my collaborative partners. So I'm only available to do a podcast like the Life Be Life and podcast releasing in 2026 with Coach Ty because we're aligned. How are we aligned? Well, if I go and check some of the alignment capabilities that literally my AI scoured the internet, finding her content and my content, comparing them and determining what is the alignment that these two powerhouses have to offer the internet, these streets, people who are out here searching for an alignment between their spirituality, their business, their family, their kids, their marriages, their divorces, their everything. What is the alignment, right? And it actually did a comparative search and gave us such great results that we decided we needed topics, we needed a format, we needed a logo, we needed a link. All of this is going to be dropping by December 31st to you guys so that you can definitely check in, get ready to go, and get ready to rock with us. But again, these are the things that you need to be asking your AI. Why? Because in 2026, we rolling different. And because there's no gatekeeping here, I don't want you to think any of the things I'm asking you or telling you to do that you should not be able to do. You absolutely can do. And now it's like there's no reason you should not do it, right? Now, I want to read to you from my notes here a little bit of information to help you understand why this is so impactful. So my mentor, Bridget, said, what I need you to do, Bridget Bartlett, what I need you to do before you move even further down this path is, hey, Felicia, I need you. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. I need for you to take the opportunity to press pause, and I need for you to create your value ladder. Does anyone know what a value ladder is? And if you don't, comment, nope, don't know, have no idea, no, whatever, raise your hand and say, I don't know. in the comments so I will be able to answer that more in depthly for you. But beyond that, she said, what I need for you to do, thank you, Vanessa, for your honesty. I need for you to create a value ladder. All right. And so, what I want to do is I'm going to give you the definition because I don't want you to think I'm making it up. I'm going to give you my definition and I'm going to give you what the internet says. So, there we go. I've typed it in and I've said, what is a value ladder? The internet is saying a value ladder is the marketing strategy that structures a business's offer as a staircase, moving customers from free or low entry points to high priced or premium products by consistently adding more value and building trust at each step. Beautiful. I'm going to tell you the layman's way I understand it, and that's what are the steps in your value that people are consistently coming to you for, telling you they need. Is it organized? Is it consistent? Is it aligned, right? Is it from your originality? Is it authentically infused with you? Does it serve them? Does it give them a solution, right? That is what a value ladder is. So I told you what the internet says, and I've told you what your brand master says. Do you have a value ladder? If you have a value ladder, type value ladder in the chat. If you don't, type no, right? While you're getting that answer in here, I want to take an opportunity to have you guys listen to this, because one of the things that we do in our Monday through Thursday weekly coaching with my coach, great Vanessa, we'll get to that. One of the things we do in my mentorship literally is walk through what it is that we need to be successful, period. Hey there, DJ24. So good to see you. Again, what do we need, right, to be able 24/7, DJ 24/7? What do we need to be able to be successful online, offline, in these internet streets, in these physical communities that we belong to? What is it that we need? And she said, create a value ladder. One of the other reasons she said create a value ladder, because it will keep you focused. If something comes along your path on this journey to getting to your time freedom, your financial freedom, if something comes along and it's not aligned, don't do it. If it's not aligned, don't give it any energy. If it's not aligned, hey, Bible Bricks, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, good morning to some of you that are on the other side of the world. Thank you for commenting, Bible Bricks. I'll do a quick attendance here because I do see some new people. Felicia has joined us with nearly 300 followers. Sis, you need to get a bio so that we can know why we should follow you and invest our time in you. Also, we have Bible Bricks in the room with nearly 50 followers. Trust in the Lord with all our heart. Lean not to our own understanding, and acknowledge God, and He will direct your path. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Is that what you do here on TikTok and help people understand, Bible verses and why they should do these things? Help me understand what that means inside of your bio and why others should continue to follow you. I greatly appreciate it. Right? One of the things, and anyone, if you'd like to, definitely take the opportunity to go up here to the image and follow your girl, right? Set the alert so that you can know each and every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I'm live giving this information. I would love to be able to partner with you, and maybe when I get over to the point where I'm doing panels, bring you up on a panel so that you can all share and invite others. And thank you so much for the follow, Bible Bricks. I appreciate it. Where was I? Y'all don't understand. I really am excited about all of the content that I'm giving you guys on tonight. And I will not forget you and where you said no on your value ladder, Vanessa. All right. So once again, in leveraging AI, I decided, you know what? I need to get some type of bridge. We're going to talk about bridges on Watch Me Work Wednesdays. Some type of bridge, because I have been inducted into, right, and allowed to collaborate with. Hey, Sunny Smiles. Hey there. So good to see you. I have been inducted into, and I will be a collaborative partner in 2026 for this entire, right, nesting. I need like grouping of goodness in 2026. I said to myself, exactly what is the bridge between my platform and his platform? And the him that I'm speaking about is Dwayne Williams, right? And it said to me, the strategic opportunity that it saw when it compared my brand and my content to Dwayne Williams' brand and his content. It said, after analyzing, this is my AI and why you need to leverage AI. It said, after analyzing Dwayne Williams' comprehensive masterclass on business structure optimization, a clear strategic opportunity has emerged for my agency, right? The masterclass reveals a critical gap in the market that most branding agencies fail to address. While they build beautiful brands, they leave their clients vulnerable by neglecting the business infrastructure that protects and scales those brands. So, this presents an opportunity for you to differentiate the brand agency and create a premium service tier, right? Specifically designed for my target niche, Gen X and Boomer audience, right? To transition and build platforms, monetize their expertise, and create lasting legacies. Hello, hallelujah, praise God, right? In my ecosystem, it looked at everything that I already do as a branding agency, and it said, looking at everything he's teaching people on how to think through the process and follow the correct infrastructure for legacy generation, and looking at everything you do before they even get to him. This is the strategic opportunity that you have right now to position people, make sure they're structured, make sure they're set up, make sure they're ready to go. So by the time you get to what he offers them for the correct business infrastructure, they are ready to go. Welcome, Tia, to the room. Home, school, mom, baddie, my new friend. So good to see you on today. I'm going to take attendance in just a moment. Stick and stay one hot second with me. Is that not awesome, Bible Bricks? Let's go. So I said, hold up. So because I'm already setting people up for their brands, I'm already walking through the mindset of everything they need. You mean to tell me I now can go back to my current clients that I have, verify their current business entity structure. I can verify their EIN registrations if they do or do not have them. I can actually check out their Secretary of State information because you know it's public information. I can have them create an assessment to see if they have their business bank account, how they're actually operating their business expenses, see if they've established any business credit separate from their personal credit, to verify whether or not they actually own the assets that whomever built their brands or the brand that I actually built for them, who owns that intellectual property, who actually has assets that is protected separate from their business, right? If they're whether or not they have SAM contracts, if they're listed on SAM, go, like, guys, my AI was able to go through and say everything that you already do, everything that he is offering. Here is the strategic area that so many brand agencies already miss. And because you're already doing this, this is how you can position not only your current clientele, but incoming clients to be prepared for everything that he is helping them protect, i.e., their legacy. Hello, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Right? So, guys, again, the qualifying question that I asked before you invest any more on your time, any more of your time, the question that I asked you guys was the why. But I started it with, what if I told you that in order for you to scale a business, your first step has to be to grow it. And before you grow it, you have to build it. And before you build it, you have to think through the entire process as deeply as you can, Mo, as deeply as you can, Tia, as deeply as you can, Bible Bricks, to make sure that you have as much in order as possible. Now, when you get to the individual and you stop skipping steps along the way, when you get to the individual that's going to help you protect it, you're ready to go. I hope that makes sense. Let me take a quick attendance, right? So again, let's start from the bottom up. That is populate here on TikTok. And we already know if you're interested in Bible-based content, then you want to go ahead and join Bible Bricks, follow them so that you can get more information now that we know that their TT focus and goal, their alignment is to actually do Bible-based content here on TikTok. Great. We also have nearly 800 followers for Mo, who is a foodie rookie barber for now. I know that's right. For now, yet. For now, because you have yet to arrive at your abundance, right? He has additional merch that is coming. And I can't really tell. Is that he or she? Go ahead and help me, Mo. Is that a he or she? So I will know, so the people will know who they're following. We also have Tia in the building as a homeschool baddie. She is a homeschool mom baddie with over 10,000 followers, right? Christ first, as we say. Hallelujah. Helping overwhelmed moms unlearn, right? Some of that programming, right? And relearn, get yourselves reprogrammed, right? To begin their healing journey. She is a live host with multiple options for you guys to check in and get that value that she has to deliver. We have Vanessa, who is helping the 9 to 5 workers to get a pay raise, boost their credit, and create multiple streams, as well as still holding down the #1 spot. Here is with nearly 3,000 followers, the self-love coach herself, co-host of the Life to Life and podcast coming in 2026. That is Coach Ty, the self-love master. So thank you guys when you do take the opportunity to check in. Thank you guys for sharing, for reposting, for the roses, for the live goals. Thank you so much for helping me reach my goal on tonight. I greatly appreciate it. We are also looking to level up ourselves, right? And over on our other platform, the YT platform, to reach 1,000 subscribers. We're in the high 800s. Love it if you guys could take an opportunity to subscribe and follow there as well whenever you have an opportunity, because again, we do long form content over on that platform. Watch Me Work Wednesdays. We take these setup Sundays and we post them over there on that platform as well. And then we repurpose all of this in short form content throughout the week. That is a strategy that I have found allows the short attention spans of people for them to get met, for them to be satiated, for them to get that 1 or 2 little things that they need to get. We are halfway to our goal. God bless you all. This allows for them to get their satiation in. They get satiated. They get a little bit of what it is that they need, right? So that they can move forward. And then whenever they have the attention span to grab their pens and their favorite pads and they can sit down, all right, and actually absorb steps, then they are available to go back and watch the long form content. My goal is not just to get on here and to talk at you guys. My goal is to get on here and drop the gems for that. You can then go and say, what did she say, #1, that I need to do? What did she say, #2, that I need to do? And what did she say, #3, that I need to do? Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. What is it that she said that I need to do for this week, right? What is the setup situation for this week that I need to do? Okay. Also, I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the opportunity to understand when you create, let's get back to you, Vanessa, when you create your value ladder, when you determine what your alignment is, when you actually determine what the ecosystem looks like, now you are available to speak consistently, to speak organized, to be able to put that information out into these TikTok streets, out into these YT, these IG, these LI, these FB streets, so that people can follow it in an organized manner. Thank you so much, 6'5", for that heart meet. And please forgive me if I missed other heart meets that came in. I greatly appreciate all the love that you all give me. We are talking about this week the qualifying question that I ask people, and that is, what if I told you that before you scale a business, you have to grow a business, right? But before you grow the business, you have to build the business. But before you build the business, you have to think through the business. And one of the best ways that you can do that is determine what value it is that you bring to these internet physical streets as well. What is it that you bring, and can you organize it in a fashion to walk people up the value ladder that you have, right? So let's discuss my value ladder with you so you can understand what I'm saying, as well as what I just read about how I am positioned right where I need to be positioned to help those who don't have certain things in place grow, scale, or let me start, think, build, grow, and scale themselves into their time freedom. So let's talk about the way that this is strategically set up right now. So, again, leveraging AI and the comparative analysis. Debbie's on point as usual. Like I told you, my kids are like, Mom, if you're going to be home, you're going to be fashionably at home. If you're going to be on here doing these lives, and as much as you love to be comfortable at home, we're going to make sure you are fashionably comfortable at home. And I appreciate them. Hey, Kishona, I appreciate them seeing that and really enjoying that about me and sewing into me and feeding into me exactly. Thank you so much for your daily heart meet. Exactly what it is that I need. And that's to be comfortable so that I can give you guys all of this information. So good to see you, Kishona. If I missed anybody, please forgive me. But since we've had some kind of infusion from the FYP, let me make sure I take attendance and give you guys an opportunity before I jump into this value ladder, give you an opportunity to understand why you should be following the new people that have joined us. Okay. So 6'5", who was very active on this week's Watch Me Work Wednesday. And I appreciate the question. I hope you saw that I answered your question. I tagged you in it as well. Has nearly 200 followers, legacy building through entrepreneurship and philanthropy. Building community with people and successful businesses. Definitely a person that you should follow because they've said exactly what they're here for, why they're here to get it done, get the dang thing done, and why you should invest your time right into that particular individual. With nearly 3,000 followers, Kishona Lane. Hello, I'm here to vibe and make some money. She said she's here to get some of the paper that folds, guys. Okay. So I would love to know more, Kishona, about what it is that you do here on TikTok so we can understand why we should align with you, right? As well as Vanessa. We've talked about her and just over 800 followers, that she helps the 9-to-5 worker get a pay raise and boost credit scores, as well as create multiple streams of income. Coach Ty actually is co-host of the Life Be Life podcast, releasing in 2026. She is the self-love master and coach. Self-love is the best love. She's a relationship and family coach as well, with nearly, I think that said, nearly 3,000 followers here. Homeschool mom baddie. Tia has over 10,000 followers, and she is a live host here on TikTok multiple days of the week. And she is helping the overwhelmed mom to unlearn and relearn, right? As well as build the journey through healing. Hello. Okay. So take the opportunity to follow some of these people. And Thea Jean, when you get an opportunity, definitely follow me if you could, and other people in the group. Once you find your sense of alignment, she says she loves karaoke and dancing, and she's on a fitness and a health journey. She's a mom of three. Tia, she's a mom of three, and she'd love to connect with nearly 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for the follow. I have followed you back, my good friend. If I missed anybody, I'll catch you in just one moment. Mo has lit the room up, as I said, as a food rookie barber. And that is for now because they have yet to ascend to their abundance. They also have merch that is coming as well. So, guys, as I move into another segment of this, and we talk about the value ladder and why it is so important. Now, I brought up earlier, just for you guys who hopped on late, I gave you what the internet says, okay, is the value ladder. And that is because, and you guys can comment if you don't know what a value ladder is, type value ladder in the chat and I'll read you what the internet says and then I'll co-sign what I say a value ladder is. So as I talk you guys through this value ladder, I need you guys to be thinking about what you currently have in your arsenal that is your value. What you currently are aware of is an alignment that others are missing. What is it that you currently have in your arsenal? And what is it that you currently probably need to create your value ladder is? Who is unaware of what a value ladder is? And I'll jump right over into that. Let me check my other stream here to make sure I'm not missing anybody because I don't want to miss comments. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for continuing to watch, the love, the likes, the thumbs up, and everything that I'm receiving over here as well. I promise you I'm not ignoring you guys, but TT is so engaged. You actually get to see all of the engagement in real time. That can't be me, right? But I'll go ahead and jump into it. A value ladder is a marketing strategy that structures a business's offer as a staircase, moving customers from free to low, right? And then from low to a high price premium product, consistently adding more value and building trust each step along the way. Now that's the internet. INNERNET. That's the internet. That's their description. What I simply say is literally, you want to be able to understand what your own value is, what it is that you have to deliver to people, what it is that you know, what is your God-given gift, and how do you distribute that, right? At what level is each key piece of your value along what would be a ladder or a staircase? And I was getting ready to walk you through a couple of things because right before that, I actually explained to you guys this niche area that my AI provided me with to give me confidence in where I stand with supporting this new collaborative partnership that I've been blessed and honored to now be in possession of. Okay. Now, if you look at my free community, and if you don't understand what community I'm talking about, you can go right up here to where my image is. There's a LINK in there that you can click on that will allow you to come into my community. And actually, this week, we've had some awesome people come into the community. And let me see if I can get to the conversations tab in my system and let you know who some of those people were that came into this community. So as of this week alone, we've had, as of the last 2 weeks, we've had Callan and Jennifer and Shanine and Demi and Kishona. Thank you, Kishona. And Jennifer Mitchell and Tia. Thank you, Homeschool Mom Batty, Roberta, and Kelsey have all come into the community and they're seeing what content, what checklists, what videos, what reels, what coaching and teaching and training, what downloadable checklists. There are things all over that community that we are now reorganizing for 2026. So that is the first step of my value ladder is the free community. You come into the free community and you are exposed to a lot of information. We're doing better with getting it organized, right? Beyond that, you are available to get the Cash Flow Queen Journal. Why would you want the Cash Flow Queen Goals Journal? Why would that matter to an individual? It matters because you need to get organized. You need to actually operate within a plan. So within this journal, within this Cash Flow Queen journal, and yes, I have Cash Flow King logos as well that are on the pages of some of the quotes that are in here. So Cash Flow King, right, himself Myron Golden says, when you focus on the becoming, the doing and the having take care of themselves. So that is from Cash Flow Queen, Dr. Myron Golden, right? We have different quotes throughout the book to give you a little boost along the way. But each and every 6 days on, you're writing down things, you're journaling things like it's time for you to pay attention to possibly getting your to-do items together, going through what you're going to schedule for today. If you're going through a workout or you're going through simple at home stretches on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what exercises are you doing? How many reps are you doing? On which days are you doing what sets? And today you're grateful for getting that in a written Habakkuk 2 and 2 plan, writing that down, right? Beyond that, how much water are you intaking? Now, let's move into today. I choose to, let's set a goal. What are we eating at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner? Are we snacking? Beyond that, what is our overall mood for today? How did it start? How did it finish? Did we have income that came in? Did we have expenses that went out? And before we go to bed, what is our nighttime regimen? All of this can be recreated into what you need to do. Again, we do it 6 days on, 1 day off. What are we doing on that 1 day off as far as over the weekend? What are we project planning? For the weekend routine, when we get to that, weekend projects. What is project one? What is the date? What are our action steps for that day off? What are we doing on day 7? We're doing this for 30 days. Then we're going to write, what did we accomplish? What was that like? How did we end our goals? How do we format where we are? How do we format where we ended our goals? Now it's time for goal number 2, the second 30 days. What are the goals? When are we starting that goal? When are we ending that goal? And then 6 days on, 1 day off. 6 days on, 1 day off. 6 days on, 1 day off. Right? What are we doing to get through the next goal? 30 days. Finalizing, what did we accomplish? Now, step 3, third 30 days, the last of the 90 days. 6 days on, 1 day off, every single day. Now that we've written everything down, now that we've thought through the process, now we know what we can build. Because we see where the money came in. We see where the money went out. We see what we were able to do when we transformed our bodies. We see what we were able to do when we transformed our business. You can restructure this journal however you need it to get the dang thing done. Now, that's the second step of the value ladder. So now that you know, you can come into a community and you can get all kinds of checklists and you can get an assessment. And this week we actually have a couple of appointments coming up because you guys took the opportunity to come in to take your assessment, to request a brand audit, and I'm reviewing the information that you submitted. So now when we get on the phone, I'm not wasting your time. All of this is free. So now we go purchase our journal, $25 to $35, whether you're getting the autographed copy, right? That's only available for 100 sales. And then after that, you can go to, and those of you who don't want to wait to the Black Friday special, for those of you that don't want to wait, you can go grab it off Amazon. But if you want an autographed copy, right, and you want the availability to be in the next release, the next 90-day journal that's coming in 2026, and you want to submit your own affirmations for that journal, then you want to come and you want to purchase it directly from the brand master so you can be a part of the published people, right? Okay. Now, that's the next level. That's the Cash Flow Queen Goals Journal level. That's a little $25 to $35 investment of your time, of your availability to now track something for 90 days. That's the next level. Then you want to come into the brand new agency and you want to say, hey, you know what? It's time for me to get my assets together. And a part of that framework has us to do an assessment and has us to then walk out your entire brand journey. What is it that you're trying to do? What is it that you're trying to build? What does your logo look like? What does your website look like? What do your funnels look like? What tripwires do you have? Do you have a CRM? Do you have the availability to capture people? Do you have the availability to send links out? What does your brand say to others? We walk through the entire journey of that. There is a DIY, there's a DWI, and there's a DFY option. 3 different levels to meet everyone's budget, to meet everyone's, honestly, to meet everyone's coachability, because everybody's not coachable. Everybody's not teachable. Everybody's not trainable. So now you can come in for free, get some things, go do your own. You can come in, get some things, and you can work with me. You can work with the team. Or you can come in, you can say, hey, you know what you're doing? Go do what you do best. Go walk in your freedom. Go walk in your lane. Go walk in your gift. Go walk in your passion. Tell me what I need to do so you can do what you need to do. That's the done for you session, right? Now we can go through all that. And if you say, you know what? I just need to have 1 or 2 or 3 hours of your time, you can get a VIP day. And we literally take 2 hours to comb in depth through everything. I give you some actions, some directives. What's going on, Ghost? Some things that you need to do. I give you 3 to 5 days to get them done. And then we come back for an hour session. Did you do it all? This is what the results are. This is the new plan of action. This is what we're moving with next, right? Again, that's the value ladder. Now, mind you, you may say, all that is a lot. Slow down, dial it in, breathe, take back, set a spell. That's a whole lot that you asked me to do. I understand you have these different tiers. I understand. Just put me in something once a month. Put me in something once a week, something like that. Again, that's what the community is for. What's going on, sis? So good to see you. It's time for us to take attendance again. We have a couple of new people in the room, so let's go ahead and bring the value of Stephanie J. Sanders to your attention. That is Miss Sanders. She's an educator, author, financial strategist. She fixes money problems, especially for teachers, right? She's a part of the GQ community, and she is a live host with pop-ups weekly as well. So again, if you find interest, if you find your sense of alignment with Miss Sanders, take the opportunity to click that button and follow her as well. So again, not to skip over where we are, that's the reason for the value ladder. What's going on, TT? That okay, she is lighting up the room. She is taking over. God bless you, sis. Thank you for all of that. I appreciate it. So again, those are the different things that you want to think about along your value ladder. So you want to look again at your value, what you have to offer. Now, before I leave this segment, I want to make sure you understand when we discussed on this past Wednesday, the assets that you need to get in order when we're talking about your alignment and your awareness, when we're talking about your origin story, when we're talking about your systems, when we're talking about the fact that you freaking need to execute on what it is, right? And when we're talking about the different things that you need to do to move along this path, everything that we discussed on this past Watch Me Work Wednesday, understand that these are your various assets that you need to pay attention to when you're creating your value ladder. Because if you don't know, how in the world are you going to leverage AI? AI don't know you. AI has no earthly idea who you are. AI can't put together a plan that is authentic to you, that is for you. AI can't put together a plan that will work for you if AI don't know you. I'll say it again and louder for the people in the back. AI cannot put together a plan that will work for you if AI does not know you. And the only way AI can know you for you to leverage AI so that it works is if you feed the AI that information. So I started earlier and I said, who wants to know how to get 52 weeks of content on 2 sheets of paper for the entire 2026 year. I already know what I'm talking to you about in 2026. How do I know what I'm talking to you about in 2026? It's nothing different than I've already been talking to you about for the last 2 decades. You, your value, and how to properly put that out. Now we know sis got the business structure wrong. Got the business structure wrong, right? But as soon as sis learned that she got the business structure wrong, because she came upon an expert, yes, an expert in the field, he said, girl, all that looks fabulous. It's okay that you got it wrong. Go tell your people that you got it wrong, and together we can get it right. That's all I could say. And the people said, okay, so what is we going to do? What are we going to do now that we know we got that part of it wrong? What are we going to do? My thing was, we going to get it right. I took the opportunity to start. Where did I put it at? I took the opportunity to start each and every one of them on a journey. Guys, what did I do with the one that talked about the audit? Here we go. I started taking, yes, I know transparency is a superpower, right? Like, we got it wrong, so let's go get it right. Literally, I'm now to take every single client and I'm able to go through their brands that I built for them. And I'm able to say, hey, what is your business entity? You have an EIN number? You know, because you're an LLC, you didn't actually need the EIN number. But we're not going to talk about how we now know better. Okay. All right. Are you registered with the Secretary of State? I have a couple of clients who are not registered with the Secretary of State. Do you want to know? He's still mad. No. But you blessed now that you know there's no need for you to renew it. It's no need for you to spend that money to renew it. Now you can apply that investment towards your corporate business structure and get it done the right way. Now type still glad instead of still mad, right? I was able to go and say, hey, that business bank account, is it in your name or is it in your LLC's name? Okay, where exactly do you pay your business expenses from? Oh, okay. So currently now, did you take the opportunity to go and establish business credit? You did? Are you sure it's separate from your personal? Hello. Now, let me ask you this about all of that value that you have. Do you understand that that value is actually called intellectual property? Is it protected? Have you taken steps to protect your brand that I built for you as your intellectual property? Boom. Are your personal assets separate from your business assets? Did you know you can register that business on sam.gov and actually qualify for government contracts? Do you know that the SBA has loan information, has grants? Are you positioned and properly structured for grants? That's, the money that they give away. All right. Now, in addition to that, do you need a line of credit separate from anything personal, completely funded from your business profile? Okay. And have you thought about what would happen if your brand and business, what would happen to that brand and business if you were to pass away? Aren't y'all glad that we now have an expert that will help us understand how to protect everything that we have built so that it can be passed on, so that it can continue to generate income? That does what? Continue to fund the legacy? Hello. Now that we know, I literally then took AI and said, okay, how am I positioned to fill the need of the people who need to have things done before they get to that next level? These are the things that you have to know about your own value before you build it. Definitely before you grow it. Definitely before you scale it. Definitely before you protect it. Hello. Okay, does that make sense to everybody now? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Thank you so much for all of you who are sticking and staying, for all of the love, for all of the shares. Welcome to the room, Mom, Maine. I don't know how to break that up, but I know that she has nearly 3,000 followers. She is head to toe wellness, glow from the inside to the outside, and she's looking for collaborations. That's one way to put it out there. I am wellness head to toe, and I am looking for collaborations. That is 100% one way to put it. Thank you, Kishona, for confirming. Thank you, Ty, for confirming. I greatly appreciate it. So now that that makes sense to you, when you think about that, mom ain't wrong. Mama ain't wrong. I love it. I love it. So when you think about that, now that you know, you have to think through the process. You have to actually pay attention. You actually have to take the opportunity to go get a journal to track yourself 90 days, right? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. You have to track yourself for 90 days. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Again, you have to track it for 90 days, right? Because you want to see the input, the output. You want to be able to see what value that you give so you can create your value ladder. Okay. You want to be able to do those things so that you can understand what the value is that you deliver to people and what it is or how it is that you operate. If you don't know, you can't build it. You can't grow it. You can't scale it. And in the end, you can't protect it. I'm glad that makes sense. I think I done beat that horse, DEAD. I think we're on the same page now and we understand where we are going with it all. So I am so excited to know that. Let me check my notes because I want to make sure I'm not skipping or missing anything. We talked about the 52 weeks that you can get from your AI when you know your value, when you talk to your AI, when you ask it to create a plan of action for you, giving you a 2026 strategic plan, 52-week content calendar framework. Then you turn around and get yourself a 2026 strategic plan, weekly content delivery schedule, because your AI can't know how it's going to deliver the 52 weeks of content without putting it on a schedule. When are you available? What times are your people available? Did you guys know you can actually go into your analytics? You can download that information. You can then feed that information into your AI and you can say, can you generate me a report that says, who are my people? Where are my people at? When is the best time for me to deliver the information to my people? What is it that you know about me that is my value that I have? And freaking how can I deliver it to them? So they get the solution that they need. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. AI can be your best friend. Again, you can literally download all of your algorithm platform analytics. Am I saying that right? Yes, you can download all of your analytics from your various platforms and you can feed that into your AI and you can say, based on all, because I generally on 7 to 9 platforms regularly. No, I do not engage on all of them. Yes, I post one time to all 7 to 9 platforms the same content because to me, that's how I'm going to learn which one is doing the best. And that's the one I'm going to focus on. Notice where I'm focused at. Even though I'm on other platforms, even though I'm broadcasting right now on FB and YT, I'll repurpose the same content on IG, on Pinterest. I'll repurpose the same content on LI. I repurpose the same content in my community, but I'm focused on the engagement and what the algo is doing to increase me on TikTok. You can take all of your information, all of the analytics, download it, put it in the AI, and you can say, based on all of the value that I've given you over X amount of time, based on all the information you now have from my platforms, create me a 52-week content schedule. So from doing that, moving right along, it said my weekly content rhythm is on Sundays. Where should I be? Where I am, or where I is, like I like to say. It says on Monday, take an opportunity to repurpose your short content for engagement on IG and Facebook. I hope y'all don't ding me for saying the full word. On Tuesdays, it says go over to LI and create a carousel for the professional audience. On Wednesday, take an opportunity, which you guys already know. I'm still here on Watch Me Work Wednesday, but I'm focused that content on Watch Me Work Wednesdays because for some reason, YT loves me on Wednesdays. So I focus over there on Wednesdays. All right. On Thursdays, it says go back to IG and FB and give some valuable snippets in your repurposed content. On Friday, create a newsletter. Don't y'all know a newsletter's coming? But for right now, y'all can go to blog.martinabrittYelverton.com and you can see the monthly blog. Okay, we still trying to get time freedom. I ain't got time to be here every week sending y'all an email for a newsletter when currently I got a monthly blog. I'll probably just break the blog down into weekly snippets. Hello, thank you, Lord. I appreciate you downloading that to me. It said to now take my monthly blog, break it down into a weekly newsletter. Hello, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. And on Saturday, repurpose content across all platforms, but focus on your community. Engagement and Q&A and build relationships. So we will be building relationships in the community on Saturdays because the algo said so. Hello, hallelujah. Let's see what else I got in here for y'all before I close out. It also gave me reasons why. So it said for the setup Sundays here on TikTok that this I could actually come in here and ensure that I give you quick actionable tips to help you guys set up for the week. So it also told me that for the week, this week upcoming, this is all going to start jumping off in 2026 because it's no need for me to give you all this information if I don't then test it and then report back with the results that I'm going to begin to put up from the 52-week calendar. 3 things to do this week to get your assets in order. Hello, what did I tell you guys to do this past Watch Me Work Wednesday? Was anybody in class on Wednesday? Do y'all remember the number one thing I told you all to do on this past Watch Me Work Wednesday? Does anybody remember what I said to do? She said sipping coffee. Or is that the tea? Does anybody remember what I said you must go and do? If you did not currently own it, I just gave you a hint. Anybody remember what I said you need to do? Before this year is out, I said you must, Jeopardy music. What did I tell you? Boom, domain. Go get your domain. Own your name. I gave you an actual link that you could go to, that you could actually get your domain, domain.martinabrittYelverton.com. I said you can go there and own your name. For my women who are not yet married or who are married, do your first and your middle name. That's your brand. If you have no earthly idea what I'm talking about, then go over on YT, click on the live button on YT, and it is right there. Watch Me Work Wednesday. Y'all can watch the entire thing. Right? 3 things to do this week to get your assets in order. The first thing that we talked about was to own your name. The second thing that we talked about over there was literally to take the opportunity to understand your alignment. Yeah, exactly. If you have no business, use your resume. Have that domain point to a resume if you don't yet have a business. Even though you are a business, we're not going to get in that because you guys know I can go off on a tangent. Again, I said own your name. Go and get your domain and own your name. The second thing I said was become aligned and aware with your own value, right? And the third thing I said, well, you needed to go through and start writing down and determine what is your origin story. What is your truth? Be transparent about it. Write it down for yourself. I've been featured in multiple magazine publications, articles, and everything talking about my transparent journey. Why? Because you will become relevant and you will resonance, and you will resonate with people, right? They will begin to know you, like you, and trust you enough to do business with you. Hello. It says that I can actually do 3 things this week to get your assets in order. I can help you guys understand how to set up your social media. I can give you 1 tool to automate your finances. What's the 1 tool that we talked about? Anybody remember that? I actually got asked about it in a question before we left out. And the question was what I think it had to do with the social media posting. And I say right now, I currently post to 7 to 9 different platforms from 1 tool. What is that tool? If you guys want to know. First, I tell you to come into the community, join the community, because why would I tell you to go and get a platform? Or why would I tell you the platform that I use without showing you how to use it? Why would I tell you to go and get a platform? The platform that I use, social planning platform that I use to post to 7 to 9 different social media platforms without showing you how to use it. That wouldn't make sense. So I said, the first thing that you do, and the reason I say this is because I like people who are coachable, teachable, trainable. I like working with people. If I say go and do something and I say I'm going to tell you how to do it and I'm going to tell you why you should do it and I'm telling you to go do it, then I'm waiting to see if you are going to go do it. I can tell you right now, it's GHL. It's Go High Level. But I'm also going to tell you that if you just go out to Go High Level and get your own account, I'm not your coach or your teacher or your trainer, because now you're in somebody else's platform. You're not inside of my community, and you can't watch the step by step training that I've already created for you to show you how to use it. So I tell you, go up there. There's a community that you can come into. That now inside of that community, I walk you through every single step that I've done inside of that Go High Level platform. I give you a 30-day free trial inside of that platform, and I go ahead and start teaching you how to use the platform. I teach you the forms, the funnels, I'm not even getting ready to mess myself up. Let me just see if it's going to be nice enough to let me not mess up any of my information here. And I'm going to click on my own channel and I'm going to go to the videos and I'm going to tell you, I literally did an entire series that talks about GHL courses, communities, memberships, social planning, surveys, pipelines, tags, custom fields, funnels, websites, calendars, forms. Oh, I already said pipelines, workflows. I tell you, I teach you every single thing. There is somebody type comment, no gatekeeping in the chat. There is no gatekeeping with the brand master or the brand you agency. What's going on, DJ's Candy's world in the room? I do not hold back. There is no gatekeeping here. I'm going to tell you every single platform I use, every software that I use, the way that I use it. I'm going to show you how to use it. Because again, why would I refer you to anything if I'm not going to then show you how to use it? Because the goal is for all of us to be successful. Hey, Sherry Love, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, let's go ahead and take attendance before we get ready to get out of here. Holding down the number 1 spot is Kishona Lane, a quality follower, a new follower friend of mine with nearly 3,000 followers. Definitely take the opportunity to follow her if you are also excited about good vibes, and making some good money. In addition to that, we have Coach Ty, the self-love master and also co-host of the Life Be Life podcast, dropping in 2026. She is a relationship and family coach, right? Self-love is absolutely the best love. Homeschool mom baddie with over 10,000 followers. She is a pop-up and a live host on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. She is helping the overwhelmed mom to unlearn and relearn, right? And begin their journey to healing. In addition to that, we have Vanessa, who helps the 9 to 5 worker get a pay raise and boost credit and create multiple streams of income. Finally, we have let's go down here to Mama with nearly 3,000 followers, head to toe wellness and how to glow from the inside to the outside. And she's looking for collaborative partners. We also have new to the room with nearly 150 followers. You don't have a bio yet, so I cannot suggest that people follow people with no bios because we have no earthly idea why we should align with you. And we are not aware of what it is that you're on here for TikTok for. So if you are brand new to the room, you do not have a bio, you do not have a profile pic, then I'm going to suggest you find a pocket of time in your schedule called 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day of the week, and you come into the HR office at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you join Heather.R41, that is Heather R, the HR office, and she will teach you everything you need to know as a new person from 0 to 1,000 followers and how to grow your account so that you can actually become visible on TikTok. Heather R, 9:30. If you have no bio, no profile pictures, and you are under 1,000 followers, that is the room that you need to make time for and invest yourself in 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn how to be successful here on TikTok. Okay. So let me check my notes. So we covered that you guys need to make sure you're investing time on Watch Me Work Wednesdays for the long form content over on YT, right? Because I take the opportunity to focus on that platform because the algo tells me I should. Next, I talked about the new collaborative and the strategic niche, right? That I actually have upcoming, right? With our amazing expert, Dwayne Williams, and what the brand new agency offers that, right? Another thing that I learned in my own coaching and teaching, because I am still coachable, teachable, trainable. I still have mentors and coaches. I still take time to invest in coaching and training and learning myself. So what I'm going to do temporarily, hopefully this will work, is I actually learned that instead of being sponsored or requesting sponsorships or asking for sponsorships from other entities, you should actually sponsor your own content. So when we close out today on the other platforms, I'm actually going to play the promo that I have for the next level tier in the brand new agency. And that is the actual structure and scale tier that we'll be releasing in 2026 for current clients who actually have gone through the brand new agency to lay the foundation, right? Because what are we doing beyond laying the foundation? If we didn't think through the process, we can't build a process. If we didn't think and build, we can't grow. If we didn't think, build, and grow, we can't scale. Hello. And if none of it was built on a rock solid foundation, we definitely cannot get to our legacy wealth, right? So when we close out today, we will be closing out with our sponsor commercial by the brand new agency, right? Today's information sponsored by the brand new agency. And then finally, you guys heard me allude to the Life Be Life in podcast releasing in 2026, as well as, drum roll please, cheers and all of that, the brand new mastery 5-day challenge that's going to be releasing in 2026. Because sometimes you guys don't want to commit to, a month-long transformation. And the truth of the matter is, literally, that could potentially be what it takes. However, some of you will commit to coming to a challenge atmosphere so that you can hop in 3 to 5 days, do the work that's necessary to build your brand so that you can come out on the other side of it. And then you're available to be positioned into the monthly course to do the maintenance, to do the upkeep, right? To do the everyday, day-to-day tasks, because who knows, you can't build a business on a 15-minute brand audit. Who knows, there's no way you can build an entire business on a 15-minute brand audit. Who also knows you cannot build an entire business on a 3-hour VIP day? Keep your hands raised. Who also knows you cannot build an entire business on a 5-day challenge? Keep your hands up. Who also knows you cannot build an entire business by being inside of a course for 30 days? Okay? We're talking about a business, a real business, an entity that has an actual EIN, that has an operating a company, that has a, let me see if I can say this right, that has an operating company, that has a holding company, a parent company, a real estate investment company, a nonprofit, that has all of these things. You can't build it in one day. You can't build it in 1 month, right? So please, when the Brand You Mastery Challenge releases, when you're listening to the Life Be Lifing podcast, when you're going through the value ladder for the branding agency, when you're plugged into the a la carte options that Family First Designs has, when you come into the free Brand You community, please know all of this takes time. Real business, hey Lola D, real business takes time, right? And please understand that everything that we are doing for each and every one of you, as I mark off the last thing I wanted to cover on today's information, please understand that the value that you have, the God-given gifts that you have, are for a lifetime and not just your lifetime. There are people who will come after you that will be exposed to your God-given gifts, and they will be able to do things greater than you ever imagined because you left behind the roadmap for them to be able to do what it is. Your trials, your tribulations, you're new, you're stuck, you're struggling, all of that is not for you. It's for the person who will come after you. So, according to Proverbs 11:26, please, please sell your gifts and talents, because the people curse him who holds the grain, but a blessing be on the head of him who sells it. Omar El Takrori says, sales is simply a transfer of your spirit. I like to say your energy. Sales is simply a transfer of your energy. Y'all better get out here and start selling that energy, right? It's in the word. Proverbs 11:26 says, curse be on the head of the man who hoards that gift, but a blessing be upon the head of the one that sells it. Tell me if I'm wrong, Bible Bricks. Tell him if I'm telling a lie. I'm not. I'm telling the God's honest truth, right? So guys, as I close, you guys must realize you have everything that you need to do what you are purposed and passionate to do. Someone somewhere is waiting for you to do what you are purposed and passionate to do so that they can see that they can too. And I hope this is your sign. I hope this is your billboard. I hope this is your stream. I hope this is your reel. I hope when you guys catch this, because you know all of this is going to be repurposed. I hope you understand that this is your sign, right? That you are in the right place. I hope you have received the why for why it is you have spent the time that you have spent listening to me go on and on, right? That you understand. Before you can get to your legacy, you must first scale that legacy. Before you scale it, you have to grow it. Before you grow it, you have to build it. And before you build it, you have to think through it. There's levels to this. Somebody type hashtags levels to this. There's levels to this. And I would love to be the brand master that would help you inside of my community, that would help you inside of my community, that will help you inside of my community to do exactly that. That's right, Kishona. There's levels to this. That's right, Ty. There's levels to this. Hey there, Taylor. There's levels to do this. So one final, what did they say? Roll call. Kishona Lane, thank you for sticking and staying and being in the number one position. Thank you, Ty, for being my moderator tonight, being voluntold each and every week to stand guard of your sister, alongside your sister, and with your sister. And I'm excited about the podcast releasing in 2026 for the Life Be Life and from the Self-Love Coach. Thank you, homeschool mom Batty, because I know you have people to serve and you took the time to be in the room with me tonight and to serve with me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you also to each and every one of you, Vanessa and Mama, and let's see, I don't want to mess that up. My Lee Shalom. And Mr. Bass, thank you for coming in the room. You haven't said anything, but I greatly appreciate your energy on the night, as well as 6'5", Salt of the Earth, Vanessa Singleton. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you to each and every one of you who dropped in tonight with your energy, with your love, with your good spirit. I greatly appreciate it. Again, to each and every one of you, please take the opportunity to go up to the community, to go up to the profile, to click on the link that is in there, to come into the community and get what it is that you need to get so that you can serve. Are there any questions tonight before I close out? Roto 412, come on into the room. Another fellow Gen Xer. Thank you thank you so much. Hello. Sunshines, sunset here in North Carolina. I greatly appreciate your time. If there are no questions, then we're actually going to call this a wrap. I'm going to play the promo. So you guys who are on the other platform, you can see the information and you guys will be able to hear the information. I hope that my earbuds here. I wanted to try the earbuds tonight because last week we actually spoke. And while you guys said the music wasn't loud, I'm hoping that the earbuds allowed the music to be further back so you could hear me better. And I'm also hoping that when I play the promo, you guys will be able to hear it loud and clear as well. Thank you so much, Rolanda, for going into the community. Thank you so much for being coachable, teachable, trainable, Rolanda, and joining us inside of the community. You guys see, Rolanda just joined the community. I'm talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys saw also at 6:30, we had another reel drop on all the social media platforms. And you guys know I was here live with you, but my social planning tool was dripping out another reel from this past Wednesday, Watch Me Work Wednesday, and I just saw that Rolanda just joined us in the Brand You community while I'm here live with you all. This is the system. This is what you guys get to learn inside of the Brand You community. You get to see things like this happen in real time. So again, if there are no questions for tonight, just giving you guys a little bit of filler. I also want to say thank you. You guys helped me meet my live goal tonight. I am eager to learn. So good. Roto, was that you, Rolanda, that just joined us in the community? If not, the option is up there for you to click on that and join us in the community. But again, we're learning, we're teaching all things. We're restructuring everything for 2026 to make it cleaner and to make it more organized for you to find what it is that you need to find. Kishona just joined us inside of the Brand You community. Kishona, I thought you were in there. But it's okay if you come and join us again. We want to make sure that we organize your profiles to make sure they're not overlapping. But if not, I could have just read the name incorrectly. No, it wasn't that. Kelsey is what I was thinking, but I see Kishona just joined us. Rolanda just joined us in the community. Okay. And I would love to be able to discuss with you because actually I need to check my calendar because I actually have appointments this week already scheduled for someone. Yeah, that's Kelsey. So I'm meeting with Kelsey this week. And remember, guys, just to help you along in the community, when you're inside of the community, over to the right, there's a link that says speaker assessment. And there's also one that says business assessment or take the assessment. Take the assessment because when you finish with the assessment, it's going to ask you to book a free brand audit call. So when you take the assessment, I get to read everything that I am available or that you provide me. No, you don't have to become a super fan. I'm not asking you to break the bank. You don't have to become a super fan. But if you look right up there where my profile picture is, there's a community link in there. And when you come into the community, it's going to allow you to come into my brand new community for free. And when you end up in the brand new community, over to the right, there is an assessment. And there's a speaker assessment and there's also a business assessment, right? And I don't want to click it while I'm in here now because it may disrupt the live that's actually live streaming directly inside of the community right now. But when you go in there, there are two assessments. If you're interested in the speaker assessment journey, and then if you are interested in the business assessment journey, both will take you at the end of submitting that assessment to schedule a brand audit call. I will review everything that came in from the assessment that you submitted. And now when I get on the phone with you for, again, that free brand audit call, I will be able to give you a simplified plan of action. Because what am I going to do with that information? What do you think I'm going to do with the information? I'm going to read it for myself. I'm going to ask my AI to do a deep dive on the information that you provided. And I'm going to ask it to mirror what I know I can offer you as a brand master. And I'm going to say, now, how do I serve them? And then we get on the phone and we talk about the results, what your goals and your dreams are, how the brand agency can come alongside you, and what does that look like for your journey? That's the purpose of us, of you submitting and then us meeting after that, because I need to know how I can best serve you, because what's the point of you being in the community if I'm unavailable to serve you, right? So definitely take the opportunity to do that. Come into the community, take the assessment, schedule your call. You're more than welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad you confirmed that you understood everything that I was just saying. Kishona, if you are available, and I know it may pull you out of here, but if you're available, let me know if you see the area on that assessment inside the community. I don't know if you have a different device up or something like that, but if you're available to confirm for the people that you see the assessment, that would be greatly appreciated. Any of you that have joined, if you see the assessment, go ahead and click on it, and then that will let me know. The other thing that my system does is when you take the assessment, like Kelsey did the assessment, it said Kelsey was just sent a follow-up vision form email. So that means that Kelsey took the assessment, and now I'm able to go in my system, see all of her responses, pair those with my AI, right? And then I'm available to be prepared for this Wednesday at 12:30 to speak with Kelsey about the results of what my AI said, as also about what I'm available to do and how we may be able to work from that point going forward. Okay. Thank you so much for your time on today. That's truly all I have for you guys on today. I'm getting ready to play this promo, and I'm probably going to have to turn down my good Christmas music to make sure that you guys can hear this information. Let's we see. Turn my volume up to make sure you guys can hear it. Jumping right into this information on today as we take a small pause in the information you're currently receiving. Most branding agencies focus on the visuals and the message. They deliver a stunning logo, a compelling website, and a solid marketing plan. And that's exactly what is needed. However, while this is the additional foundational need that you have for your brand, it is also only the first half of the equation. At the Brand You Agency, we recognize that for the speaker entrepreneurs, the brand is not just a business, it's a legacy. Your intellectual property, your platform, your influence, these are all valuable assets that must be protected and structured for your growth. This is why we have now developed a structure and a scale tier. This is an advanced level of the Get Your Assets in Order framework, and it is designed to build the business infrastructure that supports your brand. These tiers are inspired by the powerful business structuring principles taught by industry leaders like Dwayne Williams of Mac Enterprises Consulting, as well as others that ensure that your brand is not just beautiful, but that it's bulletproof. Okay. Our advanced tiers are divided into three critical phases that occur after your foundational brand is established. In phase one, the structure, listen, this is about establishing the proper legal and financial infrastructure that protects your brand, shields your personal assets, and prepares your business for scaling. In phase two, the separation phase, right? This is to create a complete and total separation between your personal and your business finances that establishes and enables you to build business credit as well as access funding without any of your personal assets at risk. And then finally, in the scaling phase, this is the growth and the infrastructure and the revenue optimization phase that will leverage your solid business structure to unlock new revenue streams, secure larger opportunities, and optimize your wealth building potential. Again, most brand agencies stop at the logo and the website. However, with the Brand You Agency, we believe that that is actually just the beginning. We don't just build your brand. We build the fortress around it. We guide you through establishing the essential foundational steps, yes, of your brand and its identity. Then we help you to construct the structure to protect it and the availability to scale it while transforming it into a lasting legacy. I hope you find value in the information I just shared with you, and I hope to see you on the other side of this journey. I hope, pray, and wish that you understand what it is that we're trying to do and grow and scale and deliver here at the Brand You Agency. So, Kishona, I also saw up here, thank God that you could hear it, but you said no, ma'am. So I'm assuming that inside of the community, you don't see the option over to the right for the assessment. Is that what you were saying no, ma'am, to? If so, I'm definitely going to finalize with everybody on today, and I'm going to go into that community and may reach out to you personally just to verify what the hiccup may be and why you don't see what it is that you need to see, because I definitely want to make sure that when you guys come into the community that you see everything that you need to see, that you see all the channels on the left that have the downloadables, that you see all of the reels, the shorts, that you see all of the training, that you see any of the course information that is up top, that as you begin to get active inside of the community, that you see that there are leadership tiers. Eventually, there will be certifications that you can qualify for inside of the Brand You Agency. I want to make sure that you see all of the things that you need to see so that you can get to your time freedom. So I will reach out to you shortly after we conclude here just to verify that that is what you were saying no to, that you did not see the assessment on the right hand side. And so I can make sure that your access is fully 100% open so that you see the channels on the left that have all of the listed content and that you see the links on the right. So hopefully you can verify that for me and we can move forward. But thank you again for everybody on your time on today. And I will catch you on the other side of this journey to your success.